it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right, it's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin pocket, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? How are you? We're back, and we're back for another BondyBlue show. Okay, I hope everybody is having a good hump day Wednesday. All right, we're about to get into some things. Okay, girl, we're about to get into some things. Like, I wanted to come to y'all and talk because I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm going to do scripted TV tomorrow. So look for All American Homecoming, and This Is Us final chapter. We are in the last 2 episodes of This Is Us. So this week and then next week is the last week of This Is Us. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Anyway, sign up for my website, BondyBlueShow.com, if you were looking for Bad Boys LA in Jocelyn's Cabaret, because I know somebody's going to come in this live at some point and ask me where it is. It is on my website, BondyBlueShow.com. I need for y'all to get used to the fact that some things are now going to start being available exclusively on the website. Even if it's not paid, you don't have to pay for it, but you still need to sign up for my website. Because some of the stuff y'all look for, if I don't feel like making notes and I want to just do, let's watch and do commentary, like I sometimes want to do, then we got to do that over on the website. We can't do that over here on YouTube. So I need y'all to be abreast. Okay. Get on the website. Okay. www.bondyblueshow.com. Get into it. Okay. I can't find it on the app. How can you not find it on the app? Really? Girl, not Paris Milan putting money in my Cash App, because I was just talking about her on Instagram Live and her video that she just did. Girl, let me go to my Cash App. Paris Milan, girl, why is you dropping money on me like that? She said, thank you for the great content. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Paris Milan. That's what's up. I didn't even know you watch me. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that so much. I think, is that Paris Milan, the YouTuber who I was just talking about this morning? That's what I'm assuming. Okay, but thank you. That is so sweet. Oh my God. Y'all know it's my birthday. My birthday's next week. So that made me feel happy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. That was so sweet. I was literally just watching her video earlier, and she, I had to say I was with her. I was with her all up until like the last, when she started the interview in person, and I was just like, y'all really just want people to stop dating black men, huh? And listen, hey, if that's what y'all want to do, that's fine. But I just kind of feel like as women, I don't know what we're doing if we don't, want to build. Like, we were just having a conversation about what I heard on her channel, and I did not know that she even knew who I was. So that's crazy. So thank you for that. Oh my God, y'all go tell her I said, hey, and thank you. If she did not know. Okay. But yeah. let's go ahead and get into some things. Was my Amber dropping the Jocelyn? No, I did not know that Amber dropped the lawsuit, and I figured that there was something that was going like. Y'all know that them people not gonna let them girls get no type of retribution. Them girls signed those contracts without reading them. So I'm pretty sure that there was probably a lot in the contract and they ain't got no money. They don't have the money to go up against Zeus Network or Jocelyn for that matter. So I feel like at the end of the day, you know, it probably was a lost cause from the beginning, but that doesn't mean that they weren't wronged with the way they were handled. And to me, nobody needs to go back to Jocelyn's cabaret. Okay. Nobody needs to go on that show ever again if that's how they're going to treat the people who come on to the show to be exploited. Okay. But y'all know what we're here for. It's a BondyBlue show where I don't have any graphics. So we're here to talk about whatever the hell is going on. Happy early birthday. Thank you, Just Nicole. I appreciate you. Y'all know I'm making the big 3-4. The girl gonna be 34 years old. Okay. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Oh, thank you. I have a blemish. But either way, like I'm feeling myself. It doesn't matter. I have on my booty shorts. Okay. Okay. My, the ab definition above my fupa is on point today. You know what I'm saying? Because for some reason, you got ab definition, but you still got a little bit of a fupa. It's disrespectful. I don't care. I don't need 0% body fat. But yeah, those people don't know how to read no contracts, girl. But thank you so much. I'm enjoying this week. I don't know why, but I just feel like I'm in a good space and about to be 34 and doing what I want to do every day and coming up here to my cute little studio. Okay. All right. That's finally almost, fixed and everything after what happened last time. And, we're on the good foot. Hopefully, eventually we're getting the rest of our house fixed. Jesus, pray for us. Fingers crossed, because we're still waiting. But like shit just in a good place right now for me in life. So I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful to be turning 34 next week on the 26th. Okay. But yeah, okay, girl. I mean, all I need to be my new sofa come tomorrow, girl. I'm excited. Anyway, and then I'm supposed to be going out tonight. Not like out, but going to a little bar. Going to a little bar. It's hard to lose weight in this. It is. I was just talking about my food for the day. Girl, listen, I could do all they could be doing all of the workouts, all of the challenges. Okay, and look, like I'm still like look at this shit. I'm defined up though. But it's still like this little bitty part right here that when I'm wearing something extremely skin tight, that's all you can see. But I'm still, I'm still abbed out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel no ways about it. Miss Vanessa did an interview. Child, let me tell y'all something. That's another thing we can talk about before we get into these topics. Bitch, I am tired of y'all. This is a job. Okay. And what I mean by this is a job is I have a job to do as it pertains to, I have other shows that I need to worry about. Y'all are not going to have me up here on everybody's fucking live every day because the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville wants to make social media another part of the show. Now, I do want to see what Miss Vanessa had to say because I did not know. And Miss Vanessa never says anything. And I love her. Her energy is so amazing. Like, to me, like, there are mothers, you know what I'm saying? And then there are people that have, children. And I feel like the way y'all be playing with the mamas on Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all not going to play with Miss Vanessa like that. Like, that's how I feel about it. Okay. I'm just saying, y'all, I'm not playing with y'all about Miss Vanessa. I'm just not. Y'all can play with a lot of other people on that show. Y'all can play in Male Face. Y'all can play with Stormy. Y'all can play with Destiny. Y'all can play with Tisha. Y'all can play with all of them, dirty ass niggas that's on that show. No disrespect to y'all, but I'm sorry. Y'all can be successful, but y'all are some dirty ass niggas on that show. Right now, with the exception of Lewis, but something tells me Lewis is going to be affected negatively by being around all these other dirt ass niggas. Okay. If he is not strong enough mentally, they will break him down and make him feel bad for being a good guy and convince him that he should be an asshole in order to fit in with their group. And he's going to want to fit in with their group. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't see Super gifted her boyfriend land for their end. No, I think I did see that. That was a while ago, wasn't it? I feel like I saw something like that already, but that's what people with money do, girl. Thank you, Anika T. Love you in Delaware. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, y'all. next week on Thursday, I'm circling. Yeah, I feel like it's like a full circle on Earth or some shit like that because I was born on a Thursday. I was born on a Thursday at like 3:30 in the afternoon or some shit like that. So on Thursday next week, okay, around 3:30 in the afternoon, your girl is gonna be toasting or doing something to exemplify the majesty of being here for another 34 years, okay, and enjoying it all the while, Miss Van. Oh no, I know. I saw what Miss Van said about people's sexuality. You know what I'm saying? I saw that, but I didn't see her go on live. At this point, they've been playing with Miss Van for so long. Like, if she felt like going at their neck, I feel like bite them because they've been trying to disrespect you, especially the Scott brothers that aren't on the show. The Scott brothers that aren't on the show are thirsty as fuck. Like, it is just like, how long you gonna lay in your bed and talk about a whole bunch of women? Like, what's going on here? Okay, if you're getting paid to do so, meaning if your name is Funky Dineva Ross and you get paid to lay in your bed with no shirt on and talk about topics, then you go ahead and do that. But who y'all watching Mark like that, or is he just in a Facebook group talking for free? Let me know. Okay, listen, girl. I think it's a cute 34. Okay, watching, listening in St. Martin. Girl, you better vacation in St. Martin for us. You better vacation in St. Martin for us. Okay, listen. I feel like I'm there with you. Okay. Thank you for taking me with you. Okay. So take me with you. All right. But I can't keep up. I can't keep up with all of the Love and Marriage Huntsville lives. Every week they go live 99 times a day so that they can throw passive aggressive slugs at one another all up and through the internet. I was just because Funky is the only person I know that lays in a bed. Okay, like I just finished seeing a post of him on Instagram. Okay, my dude be laying in a bed looking at his beautiful view, and whenever the moment strikes him, he'll get up right quick and tell y'all something smart and then lay his ass back down. I love it. I fucking love it. It seems like a great life to me. Okay, listen. It is. It's Gemini love. It's Gemini season. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what Justin Little Boy says about us. We're amazing. Okay? We're amazing. Okay? I'm about to get into these things. All right. So where do we start first? Let's start here.
From the doctors, and I had to get a new wound vac for this nasty infection. A whole device attached to me that's going to try to close those holes that the abscess were doing because they were eating my stomach. I done ripped my lashes and everything on child at this point. Just want to get healthy. Just got back from the doctors and
Okay, so normally I wouldn't even waste my time talking about Hazel E, but I talked about Hazel E previously because of all the surgeries. Okay, all of the surgeries. She continues to get them. And I feel like the last time we talked, she was going to get another surgery or had just gotten another surgery. Do y'all remember? I feel like the last time we talked about her, she had just gotten another surgery. And now here she is on Instagram Live telling us how she has an infection eating away at her damn stomach. I say all this to say, get your big back ass up and go work out and stop cutting into your body because you lazy. Now, I know, listen, I know y'all want me to be nice about it. Y'all gonna be mad at me. There are a lot of y'all that's gonna click off my video. Y'all gonna unsubscribe. Y'all gonna be mad because y'all gonna feel attacked. But what I am saying to you is this lady is about to kill herself so that she can look smaller. Instead of working out and making herself physically stronger so she can take care of her baby, so that she could be here, she is cutting into herself so that she can look like what y'all think she should look like. So I want y'all to understand how that mindset, okay, how that mindset is rampant all up and through social media amongst the Black girls, the old Black girls, the young Black girls, the medium Black girls. girls who don't have any belly fat, really, girls who have belly fat, girls who big and out of control, girls who are too skinny and need to eat something. Like, it doesn't matter. From one spectrum to the other, y'all are trying to find ways to go and cut into your body for a stupid reason. And the stupid reason is so you could look a certain way to other people. So when I tell you to get your ass up and go work out, go walk, go run, go ride on a bike. Now, if you like your size and you don't want change, I'm not talking to you. But for all of you girls that be sitting up here in my comments talking about y'all want to go get y'all a BBL so y'all can be laid up with an infection, eating a hole in your stomach. Okay. Well, I'm just going to keep working out and doing challenges and drinking water and shit. And you're going to tell me, you can tell me which one you think look better. Okay. You could tell me. All right. Come on now, y'all. Like, yes, the body dysmorphia. And I feel like sometimes I can't be nice about these things. I need y'all to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to hear it. Right. Go walk your dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the funny part about it is I'm telling you to do some shit that I feel like you don't even know. Like, I'm telling you to do something that you think is a physical thing. But as soon as you decide that you're going to start doing it, watch all of these other things, these mental, emotional, inside your body, health things start to get better. Start to make you feel good about yourself. Start to make you feel good throughout your day. I'm telling you to do something that can eventually get you to a space where you're feeling good about yourself all on your own. And you didn't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars so you could end up getting wheeled through the airport with your ass up in the air. But don't listen to me, girl. Don't listen to me, okay? Don't listen to me. Girl, you better keep going to Planet Fitness, okay? With the purple all over the place. Girl, you better keep frequenting, okay? The planet of the fitness. And y'all, I'm not talking about those of y'all that have had, y'all babies fuck up y'all whole lower area of y'all body and y'all muscles didn't been fucked. I'm not talking about y'all. Hazel has been doing this shit to herself consistently. Even before she had that baby, she's been constantly fucking with her body and trying to contort herself into a video vixen's body. And it ain't happening. It ain't happening, bitch. So what would have been more beneficial? Some therapy. So that you could be happy with who you are. So you don't have to keep trying to cut into yourself to fix your body frame, because it's never going to give what you want it to give, because your mind is the problem. Your body not the problem. Your mind is the problem. And how you think about your body is the problem. So basically, I'm using Hazel as a learning lesson for everybody to stop being dumb and lazy and do better for yourself, okay? And to also pub for Team LASHAE, because it works. My energy supplement with limoncello LaCroix, which is delicious. You can buy it. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm selling you shit too. But ultimately, you cannot buy none of the shit I'm selling. Hear what I say. Hear what I say. Don't be like Hazel E with this stupid shit. Because these hoes is out here getting surgery on Instagram. Y'all thinking it's something that your old ass need to go do. Look at her. Look at her. Laying up pretty in the face with a hole in a goddamn stomach. A drain. It's disgusting. Probably smells. Ugh. And she laying there, happily going through it. So what? She could have a thin waist? Girl. Thank you. Ganesha doll. Thank you. Happy birthday, Bondy. Love you much. You have taught me a lot. You helped me lose weight after my baby. She is 1 now, going on soon. All right, girl. Woo, woo. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. Okay, listen. And when the girls, thank you for the super chat. When the girls get to my level of working out and you go through these moments where your vagina is like a muscle within itself and blood be pumping to it and you be out here trying to hump your husband, and your life is good, you'll thank me. You'll thank me. Okay, you'll thank me when those workouts and those squats start having all of that blood running to your lower body. Okay. Well, yes, I think Hazel looks pretty here. I just think it doesn't matter that she looks pretty because there's a filter and there's a hole in her stomach. Bondy, my aunt, got a BBL for her new husband. He kept pressuring her to get it. She has a serious disease. Girl, no, she did not. Most doctors turns her down. This shady doctor end up. You mean Crohn's disease is very difficult to deal with, y'all. Very difficult to deal with. Girl, you needed a new man. You ain't need no surgery. You needed a new man. That hurt my feelings because I feel like, so you really gonna put your life in danger? Really? He shouldn't even be asking that of you. That hurt my feelings. Oh, I love it. Y'all know I love when y'all kids didn't grew up with me and shit. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and move on from the life lesson of today. Don't be Hazel E. Y'all, look at this. Did y'all see this?
King Richard. I wasn't paid what I should have been paid to work on King Richard. And I went to Will Smith and I told him, I said, you know, I waited until we were done with the film. And I said to him, I said, you know, I was not paid what I should have been paid. And, you know, he out of his own money, he doubled my salary. And he also doubled the salary of the rest of the principal actors. Now, listen, you know, I could have not said something. I could have been like, oh, okay, I got to play it nice because it's Will Smith. But, you know, I had to decide, no, I need to make this choice for my family. I want to buy my sister a house.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
So in order to do that, I had to speak up. Despite the consequences. I mean, it's ridiculous that these things are still happening, but they are.
So shout out to Revolt Killer Mike and Freddie O for that. Thank you, Dolores Diggs, for the super chat. Bondy is absolutely right. I've been going on a 5-mile walk first thing in the morning, and it has improved my mental health and sleep pattern. I love to hear it. I love to hear it because I know what it did for me. So I know that if I can impart that on y'all and push that on y'all a little bit and y'all pick it up for yourselves, that it can really help you, you know, as a person. And that's what I'm all here for. You know, at the end of the day, I ain't got no dog in the fight, you know. But Ingenue Ellis is a queen. I be mad that they don't use her. I love me some Ingenue Ellis, y'all. I love her. She's one of my favorite actresses ever, like for a long time now. Child, don't even get me started on how her role on Lovecraft Country. Y'all never finished Lovecraft Country. One more episode and just everything happened, child. Okay, but that's okay. I still have like 1 through 10 or 1 through 9, child. I got to do that last one. I can do it whenever. The show ain't, you know, the show will always be there for us to watch. Thank God for binging. Y'all inspire me. Y'all help me keep pushing. Okay. Do you watch Ingenue's show? No, I didn't know she has a show. She has a show? Thank you, St. Lee Sonic. Y'all know it's next week, so don't be using up all y'all happy birthdays this week. Child, wait till next week. I was just letting y'all know because I'm excited about it. But I wanted to play that because I feel like, first of all, Ingenue Ellis is amazing. And I hate the fact that she's dealing with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like still dealing with having to say, hey, I'm not being paid what I should be getting paid. But I played that because I want y'all to stop playing with Will Smith. Like, I just want y'all to stop playing with Will Smith. We've let it die down. We've been trying to let it die down. But I've still been seeing little shit, you know, because the Dave Chappelle shit happened. And then Chris Rock mama came out. And then, you know, and the brother, you know, everybody's had something to say, you know. And then y'all constantly with the anti-Jada. He need to leave or he in an abusive relationship, even though he, you know, 6'5", 200 and some odd pounds and shit. And then told y'all there ain't nobody leaving their wife. Like, nigga done told y'all that shit. But anyway, all that stuff going on. And I thought it was important to show how people really are. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's easy to feel like a celebrity is something that you can objectify. Like a celebrity is a person that you can judge from your seat. And you will view them as a celebrity and a rich person and then forget that they are human and they do things for people that are out of the kindness of their heart. So maybe the world should give them a little bit grace when they have moments that aren't their best, because they've had a lot of moments where they were at their best and continue to be good in the world. And see, the thing for me that makes me feel like no matter what y'all talk about Will and Jada, I feel like Will and Jada are essentially good people is because of their kids. It's because of their kids. Like Willow is so ahead of her age group with the way she understands her emotions and her mental, that is going to be of great service to her as she is a young woman going throughout her life. She will not make a lot of the same mistakes that a lot of young women make because she already has an understanding that her mother, her grandmother, her father, the people around her have imparted on her, right? And then you got Jaden over there that's coming up with the water that he's giving to people for free all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Constantly doing charity work. You know, their kids literally are a testament to the type of people that they are. Because if they were not good people, their kids would not feel it their duty to be good people themselves in one way or another. Whether that is Jaden with the water and being philanthropic, or Willow being a representation of, you know, the young women that are connected to who they are and care about their feelings and their mental and what they want to do for themselves and how they see themselves in the future and the type of women that they want to be, and not all about, let me get my ass done, let me get my weave done, let me find a nigga, let me shake my, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can all do that, but there needs to be layers to this shit. And a lot of times y'all have no real deep, profound commentary going on in these spaces for girls Willow age. So that's another reason why, you know, y'all hate Red Table Talk. But honestly, I feel like a lot of y'all be needing to hear those conversations because y'all don't have people around y'all with the mental maturity to impart that type of wisdom on y'all. So shows like that, representations like that, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. The mental maturity of the Smith children speaks volumes to their parenting. And so to hear how Anjanou Ellis was supported and how he paid out of his own money to make sure that she got what she needed, and nobody ever heard about it and she wasn't forced to say it. But I bet you she was like a lot of people that know them personally that got tired of hearing the way y'all were talking about them. You know what I'm saying? And to me, the thing that I paid attention to is the way people created the verses. You know what I'm saying? There was a Will Smith and Jada versus Chris Rock thing happening, and then it was the comedians versus everybody thing that was happening. And then to me, that all brought down to toxic men versus everybody. To me, there were like a couple of different ways that we started to break down what happened between Chris Rock and Will Smith, and how we added Jada to the mix for why, you know, Will felt the need to protect his wife in the way that he felt the need to do so. A lot of y'all are not like that. Y'all found issue with that. Y'all don't like his wife. Y'all found issue with that. Y'all feel like, you know, he's being abused and all of this crazy shit that y'all talk, even though I feel like y'all don't have enough, like, these people have never been on a reality show. You don't know enough about them people day-to-day lives in order to come up with some of the conclusions y'all have come up with. The testament that I'm going off of is the way their kids have shown up in the world, which is a testament to their parenting, and also the way they treat the other people that they come into contact with. And Anjanou Ellis brought that like full circle for me as an explanation. Like, this is somebody that will do for people and not even say a word about it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all are going to shit on him. Y'all are going to act like he's weak. Y'all are going to act like he's not, you know, y'all are going to basically turn Will Smith, who y'all grew up looking up to at some point, y'all going to turn him into a simp because he does not take the anti-Black woman approach in the way he showcases himself to the world. Now, he may have his little, you know, girlfriends and all of that may be Caucasian on the side in their relationship, but to the world, he's not going to dishonor Jada to make other men feel good. And see, men are weak like that. To me, that's the biggest thing. I think a lot of men are weak. Y'all want the camaraderie. Y'all want men to disrespect their wives and come together to like rejoice together about that. Like, and when men don't do that, when men don't have this attitude that their friendships with or their relationships with other men is more valuable than their relationship with their woman, y'all try to act like those men are weak. But those men, in fact, seem to carry more power. They seem to carry more confidence. And they seem to not be followers the way a lot of the other men are. They may be masters of the universe, but they get into a room with another powerful man and they're a fucking follower. Okay? So I really love this because I feel like it's even more validating how I feel about, you know, them as people and how the media and how, you know, certain celebrities and all of that, they will gang up to turn, you know, good people into bad people because they don't want to be held responsible themselves in their own lives for the decisions that they make. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of like fucked up shit that was going on. Them comparing Jada to Amber Heard, child, I don't even know the full extent of the Johnny Depp situation, but the fact that we're seeing them sitting in court means that it's not the same situation and it should not be compared. But you know how people do. With almost 3 decades of public image perfection, this one act should now shine all of that. How many chances y'all giving Chris Brown and the baby again? Child, how many chances y'all gave Chris Rock? You know what I'm saying? How many times have we allowed for Chris Rock to do coon shit and then run over there to the white people, and then after a while, come on over here back to the black people and do something, a project specifically for black people, so that he doesn't lose us in his, you know, in his height of his, in the height of his fame? Because a lot of them have figured out that, yeah, it pays when you go over there to the white side, but white people will, you know, just as easily throw you and cast you aside. So you have to keep your connection with black people, because black people will support you just because you're black. Like, I don't know if they haven't figured it out yet. It's a trick of Hollywood. You know, but yeah, y'all, I think that was a great story about Will from Anjanou Ellis, and I appreciated her for that. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on. What else is going on? I want to make sure I'm getting this correctly. All right, y'all, let's talk about Drew Sidora and Sheree for a second. Y'all know I normally don't even do this. I like to talk about the housewife shit when the housewife shit happens on the show. You know what I'm saying? But Drew and Sheree have been going back and forth on Twitter. Okay, so hold up, girl. Zone your peach have PPP on it. Ooh, the feds are coming. Girl, bye. Definitely been rated #1 3 weeks straight. And not to mention, my screen time has been more than yours. Didn't shoot for weeks, yet made the first scene in the first episode. Okay, you know why, Sheree? Because there are a lot of people that were happy to see you come back because you're a bone-carrying messy bitch. No disrespect, y'all, but we're not gonna, like, y'all, I remember Sheree. A lot of y'all don't remember. A lot of y'all have short-term memory loss when it comes to Sheree. Sheree was on the show for, I believe, a good 2 seasons. When she left and came back, was it 1 season or 2? Wherever she was with, you know, when she was real buddy with Kim Zolciak. But either way, she had literally nothing going on in her own storyline. But what she decided to do was be messy and take information from one person to the next, and then talk about it with this person and talk about it with that person. She did that shit over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And so it's to the point where we started calling her the bone carrier. So now we're on season 10 and we're talking about you not paying people again. And eventually we're going to be talking about Jailbird Tyrone. And y'all are still seriously out here like Drew was so, like, I don't care. I do not care about what messy shit Drew brought about Sheree, because that's what Sheree does. The first day, Sheree was teaching Sonya how to be the bone carrier. Okay? Come here, bone carrier junior. Let me show you how to do this. Like, y'all are not gonna make me feel bad or make me feel like, ooh, you know, Sheree. Girl, please. Okay. Felicia, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Bondy, just got here. Do you think the energy is off between Kenya and Candy this season? I think it is, but I think it'll be cleared up. I think it is, but I think it'll be cleared up. I think both of them are very stubborn. I think both of them are strong personalities. And I think that, you know, it makes sense for them to clash at one moment or another. Okay. But yes, y'all, Sheree plays her position. Absolutely. She plays her position. But at the same time, that position is messy. So you can't then turn around and get mad when people are talking about you when that's all you do. Like, I'm just saying, y'all, listen, if you're going to say that Sheree is earning her check, in your opinion, then Drew is earning hers as well. Okay. Like, Drew is especially earning her check. And you know, like that's just my opinion on it. I'm not saying I don't like Sheree. I love that Sheree comes with I'm a really work out. I'm natural face, natural body. I'm the natural beauty. Okay. I come from the era that you hoes, y'all was looking up to us when I was popping. You know what I'm saying? So I have a certain level of respect for the type of woman that Sheree is, but Sheree is about the bullshit. So I'm not about to take this attitude towards Drew like Sheree has not done that same thing millions and millions of times on this show. But they can shade the shit out of each other all day. She says, you are absolutely correct on the screen time, boo. Be clear, you taped for weeks creating fake storylines before I got there, honey, while I was still negotiating my contract. I know my worth, okay? So if you are proud of how you are coming across for pennies, then kudos to you. All right, Sheree, gather her. Get her together. I'm here for it. Girl, bye. Not worried about that at all. Don't get too ahead of yourself, newbie. Everybody knows Phaedra voice. See what I mean? The only reason you got a second chance because of the loss two long-term peaches charity time. Oh, so y'all think the only reason that Drew is still there is because Portia and Cynthia were no longer there?
You started just at the script.
Drew is Sheree the most annoying Atlanta housewife in your opinion?
I mean, I just feel like Sheree comes and she goes. She need to be worried about if she's coming back next season. That's what she needs to be worried about.
Oh,
So,
all right.
and
Peach.
but she has She by Sheree. She really needs to focus on She by Sheree because I haven't by Sheree.
She can't do it.
I'm sorry, I agree. You really should be focusing more on those joggers. I saw the shirt that said joggers in the Google letters. I just think that it's fair game. However, I do think that Drew's a fool. Like, I want people to know, I think Drew is a fool. You know what I'm saying? And I think Drew definitely be on some fugazi shit. Don't get me wrong. Okay, please don't get me wrong. And after I watched Niecy's review, I am wondering if what she said was true about, because I do see the shiny, possibly bisexual, or I like to have sex, or I like to attract men. Like, I do see that could be a possibility about Ralph. Thank you, Keyshia, for the super chat. I feel like I just twerk for that. Hold on. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm watching from the beginning, but damn, I thought you were in your late 20s. Happy early birthday, though. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's a youthful energy. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. PM, thank you. Hey, Bondi. I'm so glad I caught another live. Your lives bring me so much joy. I be logging online to your website, a crackhead for a fix. I enjoy your watch alongs. # join her website, peeps. Thank you so much, PM. Oh my God. I love y'all. That's what it said. I wasn't trying to read her. That's what it said. Thank you, Ivy Flower. Happy birthday. Your channel has been so amazing, uplifting to me as a fellow Black woman. I love that. I love the way you stand for us and with us. I thank God for you. Bless you. Oh, I thank God for y'all. Thank you. Y'all, I'm still laughing at Sheree. I'm still laughing at Sheree and Drew, but just let me see. What else? What did this one say?
The most annoying Atlanta
Okay, that's the same one. I just wanted to make sure because they were going back and forth a lot, and I just wasn't about to be saving all of that shit. But yeah, I just kind of feel like, at the end of the day, it's definitely a possibility that Drew might be trying to hide that Ralph is out here doing bisexual things. But to be honest, the idea that Ralph could not really want her and Ralph could be working out his angst with not being able to be honest and true with who he is on Drew, which is why he treats her so badly and tries to rip apart her self-esteem. Like, cause see, that's what I don't like. I feel like when I see a man actively tearing a woman down, I have an issue with that because now I want to know, why are you with a woman that you say you love, that you have children with, that you're having sex with? So you're doing all of these things that show that you care for her, because those things should be signifiers that you care for her, right? But then you turn around and every time we see y'all in conflict, you're tearing her down as a person, telling her what she deserves, all of those types of things, which makes me feel like you want her to feel less than so that she will think she's less than, so that you can convince her to take whatever bad treatment that you want to bestow upon her, right? And why is that? Like, is it cheating with women or is it cheating with men? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're cheating either way, it just kind of makes the reason a little bit more fucked up. Okay. If you're cheating because you're a hoe and you're just trying to get away with cheating because you're a hoe, then women are more likely to not see that in the same way as, oh, so you really don't even want me and you're trying to make me be here with you. And then you're making me feel bad about myself. So I'll stay here with you, but you don't even really want me. See, the idea of a man that cheats, it makes you feel like, well, he still wants his wife. He wants all these other women. But if he's secretly gay, that means that he doesn't really want you. And his angst and his meanness towards you is a reflection of him not really wanting to be with you or really attracted to you. So I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Not Ralph was with Saucy Santana in Florida. Oh, girl. That would be a cute couple. But anyway, I don't know what the situation is, but it is very much a possibility. We do live in a society where Black men are not allowed to fully explore their sexuality. There are probably way more Black men that are bisexual or attracted to other men that would like to admit it because the society does not leave space for us to do that. PM, thank you again. Happy birthday, sis. Drew should divorce Ralph, throw the whole nigga away. Thank you. She should. I think she should, because I feel like I don't care what you're talking about. Maybe that explains why he resents Drew. Exactly, because he was like, I resent you for a whole bunch of other reasons. And she's like, well, that scares me. No, how about we talk about exactly what the fuck it is? Let's talk about that. But either way, child, Drew is a mess. Sheree was dating a nigga in jail for a storyline. And now she's gonna make beef and make a big deal out of having beef with other people on the show like Marlo. So, her and Marlo are gonna do the same thing. They're gonna create, everybody's doing that. Candy's doing that too. That's why Candy was being extra messy. And I liked it. Y'all was mad at Candy. But I like the fact that Candy was being messy because I need you to do something besides just sit there and promote your businesses. Okay. So I honestly feel like the girls know they're gonna have to be messy in scenes with each other to create actual conflict. So that's just what it is. It's a reality show, y'all. Like, it would have been boring as fuck if Candy would not have taken that information all over the place. Just how y'all used to say about Sheree. Okay. So that's why and this racing up here talking about the friendship. Girl, get the fuck out of here. The way you sitting up here capping for Phaedra online and want me to care about a friendship when it comes to talking about mess on this show, girl, bye. Do y'all hear what I just said? Sheree is online. I have seen her do more than one interview. There's one with Carlos, but there was one from before the show even came out. Before the show even came on, Sheree was doing interviews talking about how she wanted Phaedra to come back and she thinks Phaedra should come back. And I told y'all that to an extent I agreed with her, but she's pushing it. And to me, she's pushing it in some passive aggressive way towards Candy. Okay. So yeah, no. No. You're not going to act like we're so close and I can't talk about you not paying for shit the way we've always talked about you not paying for shit because we're so close. Like, no, we're not. We're not that close. We're not that close. No, we're not. Okay. And you're not going to act like we are, because it was cool for you to be messy about my shit in previous seasons. But as soon as I'm messy about yours, now I'm the bad guy and you're disappointed. Sheree, go to hell. I just think it's funny. Y'all, Sheree has been messy and bone carrying for seasons. They do it to her on 1 episode, 2 episodes. She don't know how to act. Anyway, moving on from there, let's talk about the Black Lives Matter situation. So Neighborhood Talk is saying the Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors used charity funds to pay her friends and family large sums of various consulting services. Sounds like what Trump did with the presidency, but okay. According to Daily Mail, Patrisse paid her brother Paul Cullors more than $840,000. I'm sorry, $840,000. For providing security services to the foundation. Black Lives Matter leaders have allegedly attempted to justify the expense by saying the foundation's protection could not be entrusted to former police professionals who typically run security firms because the Black Lives Matter movement is known for vehemently protesting law enforcement organizations. That makes sense. Documents also show that Black Lives Matter paid a company owned by Damon Turner, the father of Cullors' child, nearly $970,000 to help produce live events and provide other creative services. A consulting firm ran by Shaloma Boyers, who is Black Lives Matter board secretary and has previously served as deputy executive director for the organization, was paid more than $2.1 million for providing the organization with operational support, including staffing, fundraising, and other key services. Patrisse was the foundation board's sole voting director and held no board meetings, according to the filing. She alone decided who to hire and how to spend donations. Patrisse resigned from Black Lives Matter last year amid the scrutiny surrounding the charity's finances. She has repeatedly denied claims that she took money from Black Lives Matter for personal matters and has reiterated that all purchases and transactions were legitimate. Claudia Jordan's comment is me. White charities do this every day, B. They look out for their people and pay themselves well. Great money in doing charity. It's the truth. It's also a tax write-off. A lot of times I felt like people were trying to make it, and also I feel like, you know, them posting these pictures of her family members as if like, oh, look at these black men degenerates that she's giving these large sums of money to. At the end of the day, like I said, I don't feel like what she did is look, the baby daddy looks dusty. See, there you go. I feel like I would need proof that they actually had some type of know-how in these areas to do these things. But either way, I feel like white people do this all the time. I feel like this is what happens all the time. And if she can legally make reason for it, then what? Like if she can legally make reason, like are they saying like what are like okay, let's see. She stepped down. She stepped down. But this is no different than what they do in charities all the time. It's not. And another thing is that if I'm heading Black Lives Matter, am I supposed to have another job that's supposed to pay for my personal things? Like, what's supposed to happen there? I feel like because they're Black and because they're putting these large amounts on them, y'all are looking at it like, oh, they must be crooks. But I feel like if you're not going to look at white people doing it in the exact same manner as being crooks, I want y'all to not do that to the Black Lives Matter people. Okay? Black Lives Matter is supposed to go to mothers who lost their children. I think it's impossible to give money to all of the mothers who have lost their children, but I would like, I mean, I don't know what the specifics are, y'all. It's a top heavy organization. Okay. And you know what? And that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that it's not fugazi. I'm just saying that it looks no different than what I've seen from white charities. You know, save the children. Have y'all ever looked into where y'all 99 cents has been going since the fucking 80s? I'm just saying. Like, it's where y'all see 90 million. Where y'all see 90? Did I say 90 million? I hope I didn't say that. It's because Patriot Sculptors is told. I really do believe there's like, listen, when I see Candace Owens popping up at this lady's house and all of that, I'm not gonna rush to look at the lady like a villain. Allegedly misappropriation of funds meant for our people is okay because they no, that's not what I'm saying. See, this is what y'all do. Y'all jump off the porch. That's not what I said. What I said was, I don't know. I would have to look at how the money is all being divvied out. But if they're making a lot of money and she can pay her family members to do things that she would have to go and pay other people, i.e. white people, to do, why would she not pay her own people to do those things is what I'm saying. I don't know how much these things cost. This is not my business, okay? I don't know how much it will cost to spend this amount of money to run Black Lives Matter, which is as big as it is. So what I'm saying is, because I have no expertise in charities, I don't know if this is a lot of money. But what I do know is that white charities that nobody calls out for misappropriation of funds does this exact same thing where they get their family members or the people that they know around them that have certain expertise. They bring them on as contractors to do things so that they can pay and put money into their family's pockets. That is what people do. And what I am saying is, it's not a bad thing if they're still doing what they're supposed to be doing with the money. This doesn't mean that they're doing, you know what I'm saying? Canva, child, you are not about to do that, Catherine. Creative services for Black Lives Matter is not as simple as Canva. And anybody that actually makes shit on Canva all the time knows that even that, you can't do that by yourself all the time. And the shit that they need to do creative services, y'all, that's not just Canva and making graphics. You know what I'm saying? That's not just that. That's a lot of organization that has to take place. So what I'm saying is, if this is the type of money that they're bringing in, and this is the type of money that is usually spent on these types of services, I am not going to be quick to look at them as if they're criminals or they're doing something wrong, when I have seen other charities that are ran by white people do some of these same things, and nobody says that anything is wrong with that as long as they're still doing what they're supposed to be doing. And so I'm saying I don't have enough information to gauge whether these numbers are like an extreme inflation of a price or actually how much something like that will cost if you are paying someone long-term salary. Okay? That's another thing. So let's see. I agree, Bondi. I pay taxes. I'm sure they misappropriate my funds all the time. Once it leaves my hand, the Lord knows my heart. What those people do after that is on them. White charities get called out and people indicted. They sure do. There are entire arms of DOJ dedicated to it. I am aware. We just don't care until it's us. That's not what I'm saying. That's not true. We should care whenever our funds are being misappropriated. But what I am saying is, I don't know if what she's doing is wrong based off of what I am reading. Y'all are just looking at the numbers of how much she's paying the people she knows to do a certain job. And what I am saying is, white people pay the people around them to do jobs all the time, and it is not considered a bad thing. That is what I'm saying. The DOJ and the rest of them would have to look up and see if the numbers are not adding up. That's what I'm saying. But it very much comes off propaganda-ish. Yes. Yes. I don't listen what I'm saying. If you read this article, all they're telling you is she spent this amount of money on her family members and paying them to do something. There's nothing wrong with that. Unless you're telling me that there's a whole bunch of money missing that should be going to the people and it's not. Because I didn't hear y'all saying anything about the funds when they were doing all of the Black Lives Matter protests all over the place and people were getting arrested and put in jail. And lawyers were out there to make sure that they were okay. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point, Black Lives Matter was doing a lot and probably paying for a lot. You know what I'm saying? Who defines wrong? Red Cross collected billions for Katrina. Bondi, how'd that work out for the majority of folks? Child, when I tell you they making us pay right now for the fact that they gave in the way that they did, and they didn't, it wasn't even like, if y'all knew how terrible it was, the lines we had to stand in to get food stamps, emergency food stamps. It's so much easier now than it was back then, 20 years ago when Katrina happened. But, at the end of the day, obviously that did not help a lot of poor people if they didn't have the right people to tell them what to do, where to go, the services. People took advantage. And it damn sure didn't help our infrastructure. We were still flooding all over the place. It built one big thing to help create us from like the overflow of water in the Mississippi. They built that thing. But outside of that, there hasn't been any infrastructure changes for real in a city that has made us a place that can sustain when the flooding and all of that happens. So ultimately, I imagine there was a lot of money that was taken in that the people did not get. Okay? And there's usually situations like that. You know what I'm saying? No, this is not the first time Black Lives Matter. They've said this about Black Lives Matter, but I want y'all to pay attention to the fact that Black Lives Matter might be one of the most famous, and I mean social media famous, Black organizations that is speaking out against racism and how Black people are getting handled. So do you really think there aren't people out there that are constantly trying to dismantle them, that are constantly trying to make them look like they're not doing good business, that are constantly trying to make them seem as if they're not on the up and up? Like, I feel like people are going to make efforts to make them look like that, even if that's not the case. So that's why I feel like, I don't know, but the way this visual is being put up here, I don't like it. Baby daddy, 970K director. And then y'all put these pictures up of them in like regular settings and shit. When I'm sure each one of these people probably has a picture on their social media of them in a suit or in some type of like business attire. But y'all go and find pictures of them outside the house and in the neighborhood and shit and want to smack that amount of money on them and make it seem as if, oh, something must be going wrong for y'all to be paying these Black people that amount of money. No. If them people are bringing in millions and millions of dollars, then they're going to have to pay a pretty penny to keep up what they're doing in the first place. And like I said, if somebody is running Black Lives Matter, can you explain to me how else that lady's supposed to make a living? If the money isn't coming in some way from the organization that she's running, that is in fact a charity? Like, what else is she supposed to do? Is she supposed to go get a regular job while she's trying to do this? Like, all I'm saying is y'all have to really think about things, okay? And I'm not saying that they couldn't possibly be doing something fucked up, because they could be, okay? But ultimately, this looks suspect. It looks like it's trying to make me feel away, and I'm not stupid. And I just read the article, and all y'all telling me is that this lady uses her family members and the people around her as contractors. And I'm gonna tell y'all again, people of every ethnicity and race do that all the time. They contract the people around them so that they can keep the money in their environment. It's not stupid. It doesn't make it bad, especially if they're actually doing those jobs. And if Black Lives Matter is still doing what it's supposed to be doing, which I feel like it has to change based off what is happening in our world, what's needed to help Black people. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to make me not pay attention to the people that are trying to make them look like, you know, they're degenerate or they're stealing. You know, they're going to try to make them look bad. That's what they're going to do. They always do that to Black people. They always try to make us look bad. Bondi, did they say why she stepped down? No, they didn't. But I feel like it's probably been so much. I think when she purchased all of those properties, she purchased a whole bunch of like $1 million properties with the Black Lives Matter money. And I'm kind of like, well, that does like, even when they put that out, I was like, well, that doesn't mean anything. People purchase properties so that they can help the cash flow. First of all, so that they can have land, and whatever they're going to do with it could be of service to Black people. But outside of that, like if you own property, then that's cash flow, because you can rent it out, you can use it for services. Like, you don't know what purchasing those properties really meant. But because it's a high dollar amount, y'all want to make it seem as if it has to be on some fugazi shit. And I'm saying I don't see enough evidence to support that. But I do see that that is what is trying to be sold to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I already know how they did the Black Panther Party. Like the whole socialization, like after the Black Panther Party turned into the gangs and shit, and this, you know, it turned into a bad thing in the 90s, they did not sell the Black Panther Party to us correctly in the media, like growing up. It wasn't until I got older and realized all of the different health services programs that they had put together that people were coming in to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That they would come in and arrest people for stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Antagonize the people, infiltrate, do all kind of shit. And the Black Panther Party used to be trying to make sure that the Black mothers had food. You know, they did a lot. They did a lot in the community at the time. And there were so many outside forces trying to destroy it. And eventually they destroyed it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But what I'm saying is there are way too many examples for people. You know what I'm saying? There are way too many examples for people to like automatically take what's being put out and just assume that it has to be on some fugazi shit because it's Black people. And I really do feel like that. Damian Johnson, thank you for the super chat. It's the fact that they have been lying for years now. 5 Ferguson organizers have been murdered and Black Lives Matter has said nothing. They're scammers. I'm confused on how 5 Ferguson organizers being murdered in Black Lives. Like, what does that mean? They're scammers. Like, okay, so are they supposed to, like, I'm trying to understand how that equates. I appreciate the super chat. I'm just trying to understand how that equates. They are scammers. Okay, well, that's y'all opinion. What I'm saying is based off this article, I don't have evidence of that based off of what I'm reading. And also this comment, them not saying anything about 5 Ferguson organizers who ended up dead. How does that also equate to them being scammers? You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't seen anybody talk about 5 Ferguson organizers who ended up murdered. Like, at least I have not seen that talked about in that way. You know what I'm saying? Right. The Black people started WIC. Then the government rebranded it as their own. Child, definitely had a lot of mixed feelings when I found out Black Panther stood for a lot of erasing the good Black people is real. Right. No, because when we were growing up, it was like they were militant, but you had no idea, like the education programs, they were really trying to help. And it just really was not publicized in that way. They're the reason we have free breakfast and lunch programs. Come on now, talk about it. Right. How does that equate? And that's what I'm saying. Like, those two things don't equal. Like, calling them scammers and then saying they didn't mention the deaths of people. Those two things don't equal to me. You see what I'm saying? Right. This situation is nepotism, just like the white people do all the time. Right. And that's what I'm saying. I think black people do a lot of judging their own people for doing things that are not an issue. They're not an issue when white people do it. And this is one of those things, nepotism. Now, I personally feel like if you got family members that can do a job, if you got family and friends that can do a job and you could pay them instead of somebody else, why would you not? Why would you not? Let me see what else y'all saying. I'm like this. If we wanting to paint black people as untrustworthy and or scammers, just say that. It's like we're talking around that just to otherwise be more politically correct. I agree. And I do feel that's what I'm saying. Like, why are they being called scammers? Like, what evidence are we being presented with right now in order to say that for a fact the way y'all say it? You know? To be fair, we criticize white people for nepotism all the time. We can criticize them for it. It does nothing. It does nothing. Another thing is that I criticize anybody that hires family members who cannot do a job. And that's what I notice more than anything. White people, that I've worked with in the past, they will put their friends and, the people that they've done drugs with in job positions that they should not be in job positions. Like, they shouldn't be doing that job. They're not good at that job, but they're still there. That type of nepotism, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, if a person in your family or around you can do a job and you can pay them, then I don't see a problem with nepotism if they can fulfill the obligation. Okay? Like, everybody in my family used to always go and get their hair done by my mom. You know what I'm saying? Why would they ever go to anybody else when they can go to my mom and get their hair done? You see what I'm saying? Like, anyway, Candy's family. Black Lives Matter founder said recently, Black Lives Matter is not a charity, it's a political organization. So that is how they are switching the narrative. Okay. Grandma's was always taking. And I also feel like it's very hard to take what we need as black people, like, because it's so many different things. So I feel like it's not something that you can zero in as a one issue thing. So you can't say that the money just needs to go to one thing, or if it's not going to this and this and this, that means they're scamming. No, like, you have to look at the full picture. And I'm not getting a full picture based off of what I'm seeing. Okay. And the point that we're making about how white people handle things is that white people are allowed to kind of shift in the lines. As long as they're doing, as long as they're legally on the up and up, they're allowed to kind of shift in and out of the lines in the gray areas. Black people, on the other hand, as soon as they might have the same type of, situation, their heart is in the right place, they're trying to do the right thing, but they're going to shift in and out of the gray areas just like white people do. And then y'all jump on black people and call them scammers while ignoring the fact that white people do it. Now, I'm not saying that white people don't take advantage and steal money. They absolutely do. And they go to jail for it. They absolutely do. Okay. But what I'm saying is, it's not the same thing as if we're talking about, comparing Bill Cosby to, to the white boys and saying that, oh, y'all let the white boys get away with grape juice and all of the women. So why y'all can't let Bill Cosby? Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I don't believe in that at all. That's not what I'm saying when I say this. But I'm saying that there is a way that you think about black people as it pertains to money. You feel like they can't possibly have that type of money on some legit shit. So I want everybody to just ask themselves, are we really gauging that these people are doing the wrong thing based off of evidence? Or are we basing it based off the way we see black people in this country, which means to second guess them whenever they're showing up in a way that isn't poverty stricken? You know what I'm saying? Like, them having these, that's why these big sums of money on them make you feel away, especially with them with their t-shirts on and not suits and shit, right? It's specifically a picture that's being painted for y'all. I want y'all to just pay attention to that. Don't always just read what they're telling you. Pay attention to how the picture is trying to be told, because somebody's always trying to tell you something with what they're doing when it comes to shit like this. Okay. People also need to realize that everything that said Black Lives Matter was not these people. It's not copyrighted. Some of that money they never saw either. People were saying they were Black Lives Matter, but what exactly? And that was another thing, because it was like, at first it was just a fucking saying. Like, it was just a saying, you know what I mean? And then it turns, into something more. But that doesn't mean that the same people were responsible for the same, situations when we were in the height of it. Our community will never progress if we don't stop pacifying wrong behavior and start holding each other accountable. This is true. This is very true. I'm saying have evidence of wrongdoing so that you can hold people accountable. Don't jump to believe that they're doing something wrong because things are being painted in a certain way is what I'm saying. Okay? I'm not saying don't hold them accountable if that's what it is, okay? Because I mean, fuck, what this got to do with me? I know my Black Lives Matter. Like, my question is for all the people that hate this woman in organization, what are you doing to make change? And that's another question, because people do a lot of talking from their seat, and that's what I said, you know. And that's why I'm not about to jump on the bandwagon of, because honestly, that I saw that video where Candace Owens showed up to that lady house with cameras and shit. And the lady was scared, and y'all tried to act like the lady was overreacting and faking a funk. And I'm like, bitch, if Candace Owens and some cameras was outside my house, do you really think I wouldn't be nervous? Because I would feel like you letting all of the white supremacists know where I live at, bitch. That's how I would feel. I would feel like she gonna send all these crazy white people to my house. Like, I would definitely be scared. And the way they came for that lady need to be in a big ass house with a gate. The way you popped up at her, if she lives somewhere like me, where you could just pop up on her doorstep like that, man, fuck out of here. She should absolutely have a gate, a lock, a key, a doorman. Y'all gotta ask all that shit. Okay? The pacifying is a good point. That's why some of us are skeptical, because some of us will downplay anything, but that doesn't mean Black Lives Matter is guilty. Okay, to be for real, you know, you can't hold someone accountable if you don't have something to hold them against. So y'all want justice and reciprocity for Black lives or not? Okay, a Black millionaire in Chicago had multiple gas stations giving out free gas. If I had the means, I would do things on a big scale as well. Okay. All of our Black leaders died poor. Make the money, help the people. Okay. I think if Patrice would be more forthcoming with our community about what she's doing, the community wouldn't be so easy to believe the picture that's being painted. I can see that as well. I never thought about it like that, but her address is public. But so what? Like, most people's addresses are public. It doesn't matter. Nobody's looking for it until Candace Owens shows up to your door with cameras. And then everybody's outside your door because they saw Candace Owens outside your door. You know what I'm saying? So that's of no consequence. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of the actual situation and how it can make somebody feel. The problem is limited minds attempting to process information that is beyond their capacity. Who's read the article? Because if you haven't done hold up. Who's read the article? Because if you haven't, don't assume there is wrongdoing here. It could just be poor management. But why are we so quick to assume her relatives aren't qualified? And that's my point. And that's what, and exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, because it could be one or the other. But what I am saying is, stop jumping off the porch before you have all of the information, and stop allowing people to mind fuck you into viewing people a certain way. Because the way they put this picture together, y'all, the way they put this graphic together, this right here is trying to mind fuck you into believing that these are ragamuffins that don't deserve that amount of money that is being put on them and that red, underneath their pictures. Okay. That is something specifically being put out so that you can digest it in a certain way, instead of really taking a deeper look. What if the brother is really good at, what if he has a history of being in security in some capacity and has an expertise? Or what if he went to school and learned and got his certification and decided that he wanted to do it to help protect his sister? Like, what are we even talking about? Like, how do we know based off these pictures that these people aren't qualified? You're just assuming they aren't qualified because they're Black. But you can't admit that because you're Black. Okay. So yeah, I want to move on now, but I wanted to talk about that because why not? Let's talk about, y'all. B Simone is always trying to get y'all money, but here she go.
King is the man that fought for freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
Jesus. I'm gonna give you this example. He's a great father. He's a great businessman. He's a great CEO. He's an entrepreneur. He's such a boss.
He's a boss.
Look at that man. He's a boss. He's a great father. Look at him, that strong Black man.
Look at him being at his kid's game.
But you're cheating on your wife. You're not a good husband. But he's great in all these other aspects. How are you a great leader, a great CEO, a great Black man? You're not great. You're not great. God, you're not. That is triggering.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm a good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me. How the fuck you showing these kids you a good father and you don't respect their mother? You're not a great dad, my nigga. You're an okay human.
Someone being a good person to you means they're a good person to you. Someone being a good person to everyone means that they're a good person. What's more important?
That was a motherfucking word right there. That was a motherfucking word right there. The homegirl came through, B. Simone. You and the homegirl got a cute little thing going with this podcast, and I love that hair. I love what she said because, and that's the reason why her voice is triggering. Shut up. That's the reason why I'm always when people are always on, what if it was you? And what if that was your man? I tell y'all that wouldn't be my man, and y'all get mad about that. But I tell y'all that there are certain things that I understand about my man as a person. And it is because I chose him. Okay. And he chose me, but I chose him because I saw that he was a good person outside of myself. And this is what y'all need to pay attention to, because there are a lot of young women out there that when y'all men do shit for other people in public, y'all get upset because y'all feel like, why you being all nice? Why you got to be helping and doing all of that? Ma'am, if you are secure in who you are as a woman, your man pulling the door open for other women, or if y'all in a store, he reach and get something for somebody, like that should not bother you. Like my husband does stuff like that all the time because that's the way he was raised. And I always thought that was such an amazing thing for him to always be in a mindset of thinking about other people around him. Okay. So that was a teller that he was a good man, not just a good person to me and how he treated me because I was good to him. Because a lot of time a man will be good to you because of what they can get out of you. They're not being good to you because they're a good person. They're being good to you because of what they can get out of you. They can get pussy out of you. They get money out of you, somewhere to stay, some food, some support. Because they, it's so funny. These niggas act like they don't be on your doorstep for mental and emotional support, but every time something go wrong, they calling you, whining on the phone, expecting you to validate bullshit for them. Okay? But so should we give up our civil rights because he cheated? Oh, no. I don't think that's the question. I think it's about how you view the person, because at the end of the day, Martin Luther King did a lot for the world, right? But if you were not as good to your wife and your children as you were to the world, then you left people on this earth in pain. And how does that measure your goodness? How does that measure your goodness? Because let's not forget, Martin Luther King didn't do that shit by himself. He was one of the main voices in a cacophony of voices in years and years of people doing what they needed to do to get us to that place. The civil rights movement was a motherfucking relay race. Okay, it was a relay race, meaning that people who had been handing shit off to the next person to take and run on with. So at the end of the day, he was not by himself with that. And yes, he did good things for us as Black people and for the world. But if you don't view your woman and respect your woman the way you should, listen, let me tell you. So let's talk about Dr. Martin Luther King right quick, because they say he was out there fucking everybody. If Dr. Martin Luther King respected his wife and viewed her as equal and really like valued her as a person, and I feel like there's a level that he absolutely did. But what I'm saying is, if he viewed her as a whole person, when he was fighting for our civil rights, he would have been fighting for the civil rights of Black men and women. We are in 2022. Do y'all not feel like a lot of the civil rights was about Black men and not about Black women? Do y'all not feel like a lot of what we all fought for was so Black men could be able to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do? So I feel like what we're negating is that even though a man can be amazing, if a man is required to be accountable in his household and to the people that are closest to him, i.e. his wife and his children, then he can be even more of a value to the people outside in the in the world. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, he was great, but think about how he could have been even greater if how his wife felt and what his wife needed was at the forefront of his mind as he was going out into the world to affect change for us. that change would have had his wife as a full human being in the forefront of his mind, meaning that I'm going to fight for me and her, but I'm fighting for her not just as an extension of me, but I'm fighting so she could be her whole person too. But that's not what the thought process was. So now that we're all older and we're looking back, do we really not feel like as Black women, we were not just being used in the process? We were being used as a fiction, like as a picture. We were used, to be dependent on. We were used, to do whatever. But at the end of the day, I do not see as Black women us getting the same reverence in the civil rights movement as the Black men did, even though we were doing all of the work too. Even when men argue with Black women these days, they'll bring up what Black men have to go through as it pertains to racism, totally negating what Black women have to go through as it pertains to racism. We're not even really a part of the conversation that much. And it's because in the world, it was all about the men. Out there, it was all about the men. And then in here, he would make it about the woman. And it needed to be about all of us out there. See what I'm saying? So I wonder if that is one characteristic why America has upholding Martin Luther King versus Malcolm X. Maybe. Also, I think that it might be one of the reasons, but the main reason is because they view Martin Luther King as a more palatable Black man because he has the church. But Martin didn't, but Malcolm didn't come from that, he did come from that, but that wasn't his frame of thought once everybody had gotten to the height of the civil rights movement. He had taken, to me, more of the mindset that we should have had. This was another thing. Martin was engaged to a white woman. Once he started becoming a civil rights leader, he had to find, yes, they turned Martin Luther King into the person that he was. He initially was kind of like, church, geeky, wanted a white girl. They was like, no, you want to be a leader of the Black civil rights movement, you got to have you a Black wife, because these are the people that are going to be standing on side of you, that are going to help bolster you in the community. They're going to help the women see you. Like even Coretta, you probably don't even know how much Coretta Scott King helped Martin Luther King get pussy from other women because they saw his wife sitting there looking beautiful and being well put together and felt like they could have some of that. Maybe they could look like Coretta because they got some of Martin. You see what I'm saying? Right. Most women aren't partners with their men today. It's weird using today's lens on what happened 40 years ago. Women didn't have many choices back then. Yeah, that's basically it. But that doesn't change the facts. Do you really think that there weren't times when they weren't, like those arguments weren't being brought up? Like, do you think that the conflict wasn't happening between men and women? Do you think women weren't wanting more, weren't asking for more? Do you think men didn't recognize they were asking women to be small and fit into these boxes so that they can be great? I think they absolutely were aware. They were just more willing to go along with it. Because what were the other options? And with the way racism was and the way Black women have fear of white men and, the things that can happen and all of that, I do believe that a lot of Black women stayed with Black men out of protection. You know what I mean? That's another thing. I mean, white women are with white men, especially back in the day, out of protection, meaning that as long as I have another man with me, nobody's going to fuck with me. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's a part of the history that he, they didn't even call him Martin back then. It was another name that he went by before they turned him into Martin Luther King. Most of the women on those FBI tapes were white. We started to divide. I don't think so. I don't think we started to divide around the 60s. I think there was always this environment of Black women having to be silently used as mules. And, in the 60s, we were liberating Black people. So because we were liberating, somebody was getting liberated. That means that's infectious. Once you start liberating Black people, now we got to think about the white women, and we had to liberate the white women, or vice versa, whichever. I can't remember which happened first, but either way, we had to liberate. Once one set group gets liberated, then they start liberating all the other groups, because that becomes like, well, I want freedom too. Shit, I want to be able to live my life too. So it's not that we started to part, it's that women started to realize they don't have to deal with this shit. Okay? But I feel like the misogyny and the patriarchy that white people were living and going through, they put that on black people. And black women were living in pain and suffering in silence and being abused and used and all of that shit. Okay? And when we started liberating black people and black men got freed, and black women was like, bitch, if you think you're gonna be the onlyest one, you got us fucked up. And black women decided that all of the freedoms they were going to give black men, black women were going to take upon those freedoms too. And at some point we had to, because a lot of y'all just kind of fell off. You know, a lot of the men just fell off. Bondy, you muted. Am I? I haven't done anything to change my sound. No, I know it was a divide from both sides. What do you mean? What do you mean? It was a divide from both sides. See how this discussion became about MLK. That is exactly why B. Simone should not have used that example. That point she's making got lost. I don't think so. I don't think there was anything wrong with her using him as an example, because he was a great man. So because he was so great and so accomplished, you need somebody like him in order for you to draw like this great comparison. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be so great, but then you actively out here dogging your woman out. I think that's a perfect example, because that's exactly what goes on today. That's exactly what goes on today. A man can be halfway decent. You know what I'm saying? A man can do well with his, his job. A man can take care of his kids, and y'all will excuse how he treats his woman as if it doesn't matter. And I think it was a perfect example of how, in the grand scheme of things, you can think it doesn't matter, but it does. And that's the point I'm making. I'm expounding off of what she said even more, because I'm giving you the what if he would have been different, and what that could have meant for black women in society. If the black man viewed us and told everybody to view us as whole human beings. If the black man wasn't just speaking on behalf of black men, and he started speaking on behalf of black women in that space, once he had gained that power, and they probably would not have let him. If y'all think there weren't a whole bunch of men trying to make sure they were the only ones that were being, at the forefront, even though we using Rosa Parks, even though we're using Coretta Scott King, even though we're using the women, they're walking with us down the street, they're getting sprayed and everything. But when it comes to who's giving the speeches and shit, it's mostly the men. And so now what we've created in our society is, as long as the man looks good to the world, it doesn't matter if he's good to his home, good to his woman, which means he can pretend to be a good person when he's really not. I think that's the point. And I think it was a perfect example. They say he had a girlfriend in every city, child. I mean, listen, you charismatic enough to talk that shit to everybody. And this is what a lot of people don't understand about preachers. Preachers, Kevin Samuels, YouTubers, anybody that you go to listen talk, and their speech in some way can resonate with you, that's their gift. It's the same gift. It's the gift of gab, if you will, gift of communication. It often comes with being charismatic and people being attracted to you. And you have to be the type of person that does not go around being tempted by everyone you come into contact with. Okay? Now, that's if you're thinking about it in that way, because I feel like men will try to act like the women was throwing panties at them, but really they was snatching at a lot of them panties, okay, before they were thrown. So y'all got to remember, like, somebody like Martin Luther King is going to have the same swag as somebody who you go to at church who y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody who's online that talks a good gab. Like, it's the gift of being able to communicate. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like we're up in arms. So we're up in arms. I don't think that we should be up in arms, because I feel like we should be at a point now where we can be honest And being honest means that we can say Martin Luther King was absolutely probably a man that could not control his pen based off what we've heard. That does not mean that he's still not of value to us in our society as one of the main people that fought and sacrificed so that we can have liberties in this society, so that we can have legal, liberties in this society. That doesn't change that. He will always be Martin Luther King because he still did what he did. But I think being more honest about who he was as a person and being honest, period, about who people are can help us have better expectations. It can help us have better expectations. It also help us see where people aren't a monolith, y'all. Martin Luther King is not a perfect person, no matter that he did this amazing thing in his life. Doesn't make him a perfect person. And honestly, a full picture of a person gives you a greater lesson. And that's what a lot of y'all don't like to understand, is that if the truth isn't pretty, sometimes it's still the lesson that matters. The lesson of what the ugly truth is can be beautiful in the outcome. You know what I'm saying? If you can recognize what needs to be changed or what can be made better if you look at something honestly. And a lot of y'all don't like to look at things honestly because you care more about what they look like to other people than what they really are. And that is the issue. That is what was promoted, especially in the 60s and the 70s with the respectability politics. It is to look the part and not actually be it. And then you create a whole, generation of men who believe that what's most important is how they look to everybody and not how they actually are to everybody. And now you have all these men and all these boys out here that treat people like shit because they feel like as long as they look the part, as long as they have clout, or as long as they dress nice, or as long as it looks like they're a good guy, they don't actually have to treat people with respect. They don't actually have to be nice. That's a problem, y'all. That's a problem. And I think that is absolutely something that has started from respectability politics in this world and caring more about what something looks like than caring about what the deep down of it is. And another thing, y'all need to stop, putting a lot of these black men in civil rights on pedestals, because a lot of them were fucked up to black women. They may have made strides for black people, but their strides were for black men. And we got those benefits by products of just being black. Okay? But stop putting everybody on a pedestal because they did something good in their life. Give them the credit that they deserve for what they did, and take the Jesus out of it, because that's what y'all like to do. Y'all like to make, especially black men, if they were any way near decent, y'all like to Jesus-fy them, like make them like they are God that you need to see is perfect and that you can't be honest about. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Listen, side note, the community was able to keep MLK's info under wraps for a while. I don't think so. I don't think it was under wraps. I think there was no social media. There was no internet. But I think the word on the curb was the word on the curb. And I think that people just didn't care because what mattered most was not being killed by white people on a daily basis. Give a fuck about him fucking while he on the road. Can we not die today? Okay? Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. I'll be on the lookout. Okay? Like, some things I think at the time took precedent. Now we don't have to worry about the energies that were in the country back in the 60s and the 70s. So now we can actually sit and think about what makes us happy and what we want and what's healthy for us, versus being in the 60s and 70s when you just trying to make sure that you living and that we're safe. Because niggas is putting, crosses on fire in our yards and shit and killing us in the middle of the street because we looked at they white woman and all this type of crazy shit. Bitch, I wasn't looking at her. I looked in her direction. Go to hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were thinking about things on such a survival scale that Martin Luther King cheating probably didn't matter to nobody, which is why it probably wasn't talked about. But now those things are used as a way to, I honestly feel like, trick women into thinking that they should be accepting of anything, because back in the day when we wasn't really worrying about that, Martin Luther King was a hoe and got a whole lot accomplished. So now in 2022, where times are different, I should be able to do those same things. I should be able to do that. Why not? No, motherfucker, because that's not the time we're in. We're not in that time. At least not in that way. We are in a time, but not in that way, Just my opinion. But anyway, y'all, be Simone. You know, all right, girl, be cute with your little podcast, girl. Be cute with your little podcast. But that's a lesson y'all need to learn, though. Okay. At the end of the day, when y'all are dating people, how they treat other people is a reflection of how they will treat you. And there's a difference between your man being courteous and your man being a hoe. And I think you know the difference. You just lied to yourself about it. I think insecure women can't deal with a man being courteous to other people, and therefore you miss out, on somebody that's a good person to everybody. Or the other side of that is you being with a man that's trying to help because he wants to flirt with people in front of your face, and that's disrespectful. But either way, you should just remove yourself from the situation if that's how you feel. Don't get irate and angry, and don't be helping them. Don't do that. That's not the response you need to have, because at the end of the day, always rest in your feminine and in your swag, and you don't need to do all that. Like women who be getting all heightened and upset and all of that shit because these niggas be out here flirting and acting like hoes, I would just be sitting there like, oh, that's what we doing? Okay, I'm gonna go find me a nigga to flirt with. don't do shit like that to me, because I'm gonna be very calm about my catchback. Okay. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and press on. Sounds like when the girls say they don't want a man who is friendly, like, oh, what you want him to do? Bug at everybody all day? Yeah. Like, and usually those men who aren't friendly, watch when they stop being on good terms with you, how they treat you like shit, how they dog you the fuck out. I want somebody that is a good person and friendly. I absolutely do. But I want them to not be thirsty. And there's a difference. There's a fine line, you know? Yes, my birthday is next Thursday. Let's see. What else can we talk about before I get off of here? Because I got to stop to make, girl. Okay, let's talk about Keyshia. Okay. So where am I starting? Because I don't know who started it first. Let's see. Okay, so it didn't start here. We want to see where it started. Do we know, y'all? The fact that these young girls are fighting over Diddy and his worms, hilarious. So, okay, here it is. I think that Diddy and Keyshia, that video of her, popping them little stiff cakes that she got. Y'all always be popping them stiff ass cakes, okay? But either way, she's popping the cakes at the after party for the BBS, right? And then this is his other little girlfriend. I don't know who she is. I've never heard of her. But either way, she posted this. And so I guess it must have been like, oh, he's my man and I am him all the time. Okay, and then this is Keyshia. Notice me, please, ass bitch. Go sit down. We see you. Relax. It's okay. You've been around for years. Okay. You've been waiting on this moment. If he can't make you famous, bitch, I ain't. Okay. Keyshia's hilarious. Attention. Because the girl said, this is what the girl said after that. She said, if anybody is seeking attention, suck my, I don't give up. Okay. Somebody please give this bitch some attention. You better lay low. Okay, listen, I already know. You better lay low. Okay, notice me, please, ass beat. Okay, hold on. Where the other one at? Attention, bitch. I am the attention. Let's be clear. Okay, listen. I love a good Keyshia clapback, girl. Okay, and I think this is the last one. She said, I ain't arguing with no bitch that got cheap ass lint ball carpet in a house fucking on a billionaire. You freaky ass beat. Okay, listen. Oh my God, Keyshia, you and your body. Keisha's beautiful, but child, the girls are fighting over old ass Diddy. Oh my God, stop it. Why are y'all fighting over old ass Diddy? That girl been around. She seen a side girl from when he was with Cassie. Bondi, they were both at the award show. I saw her in the audience. Listen to his introduction to the City Girls, and he touched Miami before he left the stage. The girl was there too. So here's the thing. I personally feel like Diddy is Hugh Hefner. Y'all don't see it that way yet, but it's the same thing to me, essentially, right? With the way they siphon the energy from young women so that they can remain youthful while growing old. But they very much just toss women around. Now, Keyshia, girl, you was a strong black woman and you was a city girl. And if you out here fucking with the boy Diddy, okay, I'ma wait on it. I'ma see how it all play out before I actually have a firm opinion on it, because it's not my business anyway, so I don't really give a fuck. But you know, we here talking. So I'ma just go ahead and say, like, this is a little cute yang 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 for a minute until it's over. That's all. It's a little cute yang 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 for a minute until it's over. And then it's gonna be over. Cause it's always gonna be over. Cause you know, Diddy on AARP. And eventually a girl like Keisha gonna want to get a nigga that's still around her age range. You know what I'm saying? Diddy is in great shape and all of that, and he's a billionaire, and that's cute. But when you a bitch with your own money, you know what I'm saying? You might eventually move on like mine. You know what I'm saying? Bonnie, the Asian girl, has been around. Yeah, I said that. What else is going on? They just fight over a check. They don't care about Diddy. I feel like I don't know, y'all. I guess just because I'm a different type of person, but I just feel like you would never, ever, ever, ever catch me online like addressing this girl. If I was Keyshia, bitch, I'm Keyshia. I'm not addressing you, bitch. You could talk all of that shit. I don't even see it. Buenas noches. Okay. So I don't know why Keyshia felt the need to even, and this is how you know Keisha's still young. Keisha's still young. You know what I'm saying? She gonna stop being young at some point. But like you said, bitch, you are the attention. So there is no reason for you to even address, pay attention, look down off your pedestal, bitch. There was no reason for you even to address this girl. You know what I'm saying? So essentially, to see this old ass man, I believe, causing with his Delilah energy, causing conflict between these two young women. Oh, I just feel like these two young women need to stop allowing for this old ass man and his Delilah energy to lower them. He's lowering you, Keyshia. You should never have anything to say about any of the bitches that's fucking with Diddy, girl. You should never have anything to say to them, around them, nothing. Okay, nothing. Very much nothing. Okay? So you know, Keyshia, this wasn't a good look for you, girl, because don't nobody know her, and you did make her famous, because I don't know her. And now I know who she is because you, in fact, helped make her famous today. Because you had to let everybody know that you that bitch, and you had to flex, right? There is no flexing with niggas like Diddy because they don't really respect any of the women that they're with. They may respect you in your face, but the way they handle the women around them is not with respect. So don't ever claim him. Like the energy she had to not claim him and to kind of just fuck with him casually and never really claim him as her dude. That's what she need to keep doing. That's what she needs to keep doing. Don't claim Diddy. Have fun, fuck on them, enjoy the billionaire life for a minute, but don't you ever in your fucking life claim or fight over no motherfucking Diddy. Because he ain't going to do it to you. He ain't going to fight over you. He not going to claim you like that. He going to use you. He going to siphon your young girl puss energy. And then he going to move on to the next one because Diddy is in fact for the streets. Okay? So y'all don't be sitting up there getting y'all energy all upset, all upset over Diddy because he's a millionaire. Like, girl, bye. So what? After a certain amount, you can't spend all that damn money. So what? Okay, so what? Do we have to talk about Keisha Cole? Do we have to? Like, oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all 3 more situations. We're gonna do Keisha Cole, we're gonna do Sha'Carri Richardson, and then we're gonna end with Kiki Wyatt and Nick Cannon. Okay, and then I'm gonna get the hell out of here because I'm hungry. All right. But before I do get into that, can y'all please do me a favor and like the video? Sorry, y'all. I got cold. I had to go get my robe right quick. Ugh. All right. Okay. Probably got it on wrong and everything, child. I don't care. I just need it on my shoulders because I'm cold. All right. let's get into the travesty that is old ass Keisha Cole and her continuing to be in toxic relationships. All right. Okay. Let's see. Where does it start? Antonio. Child, y'all was mad at I'm finding it, but y'all was mad at me about that post because I said, her lawyers was wrong for putting that lady in this 1980 church lady collar shirt that they had her on. I said they was wrong for that. They were so mad at me because I said that. And I'm like, girl, I still don't give a fuck. They be out here trying to make you feel bad because you online making observations like everybody else. Oh, I ain't talking about what she has on because it's extremely dated. What the fuck are you talking about? Why am I talking? It's extremely dated. It's extremely dated. It's what I saw first. It's what I saw first. Okay, you mad at me. It's what I saw first. Okay. That don't mean the lady, did something like they said she did, but that collar was not the business. And I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Mad at me because I said the collar was dated. Why are you worrying about what she's wearing? Ask her lawyers why they was worrying about what she was wearing. The fuck? Okay, because I know that whatever they had her wearing was a tool in her defense. And to me, it was trying too hard to make her look innocent when they could have put her in a button-down shirt and it wouldn't have looked as dated and I wouldn't have felt like they were trying as hard to get off a certain picture. You know what I'm saying? Like when people be trying too hard to make you feel a certain way, I pick up on that, regardless of how other people may feel about it. I pick up on when I feel like I'm being manipulated. Fuck out of here. All right, where's the beginning of the Antonio Brown shit? Because I know the clip stemmed from him being online saying fucked up shit. Because she said, would they make a cute couple? She said, missing him a lot. So I think she posted this on her social media. And then people were asking, do you think they would be a cute couple? And then I think after that, he did some type of interview and he said something about her and it was fucked up what he said. Where is it? Y'all, I hate when I thought I saved it and I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I hate when it happens. I'm looking. Antonio Brown is bragging about nailing an R&B diva to the cross and calls it pimping while showing off a certain someone has his initials tatted on their back. Okay, so this is what he posted. This is her, you know what I'm saying, with the AB for Antonio Brown. It said, you ain't pimping until you hit an R&B diva. How old is Antonio Brown? I'm gonna start talking to y'all like how dumb y'all sound. Nigga, how old are you sitting up here talking about you ain't pimping until you hit an R&B diva? What? Aren't you a grown man? Isn't that a little high school? It was giving Pilgrim. It was very much giving Pilgrim. But yeah. Why is it may be a publicity stunt? I didn't know she had a new song. But and then she was like, can we stop dragging this? Oh, you mean that you don't like the fact that you may have been using this as a way to promote your music, but we're diving deeper into why Keisha Cole continues to be in these abusive relationships with men. And we know that you girls like to go and get y'all a old, suffering ass nigga to connect yourselves to so y'all can have good music to write. Okay. She missed him a lot, and he said he was pimping, girl. He said he pimped you. He said his relationship with you was him pimping you, girl. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's embarrassing. I think that's super duper embarrassing for that man, for you to like him, for you to have those feelings for him, for you to get his initials tattooed on your back, and for him to then get on Beyonce's internet and refer to you as if you are a hoe who he pimped out. And because that's what he said. He said, you're not a pimp if you haven't hit a R&B diva. You know what I'm saying? So once again, using Black women as a way to make yourself seem cool while simultaneously degrading her. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know we were still doing that. I didn't know that was still something that we did in 2022 at the grown age, the big age that Antonio Brown is at. He has to be in his 40s, right? You're a 40-year-old man. You're a 40-year-old man online asking for kudos for the sexual relationship that you had with a Black woman who you are basically referring to as a hoe that you hit. But that's supposed to make you cool, right? Oh, he's 33? Oh, wow. Oh. Why is she? How old is she? Oh my God. He's 33? Girl, let me look at that. Antonio, right? 30. He's my age. Oh my God. You're my age looking like that? Ooh. Tough life. Tough life. All right, hold up, Keisha. Keisha Cole. She's 33 and Keisha Cole is 40 years old. Bitch sent from heaven, 40 years old. She is 40 years old. He is 33, bitch. He's my age. You let that little ass boy talk about you like you was a notch in his belt and you're 40 years old. That's so embarrassing. That's so sad. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's so sad. Oh my God. Hold up, y'all.
We gotta keep it thorough and let's keep it gangster. You know what? I saw a Black man that is going through the motion. I saw a Black man that's going through the motion.
Thank you, Asia.
I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
With his trauma, you identify with the he was going through as in the media with his career as a Black man. You felt he was misunderstood.
Oh, is that what you thought? Is that what you thought, or did you just think he was some good dick?
You could feel that or see that in.
And you got his initials tattooed on your back? Oh, you think he doesn't? It's not insensitive. It's disrespectful. It's not insensitive. Y'all are really letting him off light. He is a disrespectful little cunt.
You know, even how you handle me or how you handle the situation, these are all red flags that I now pick up on way before. Like, and so you have a balance that a lot of people are getting to see now. And I feel like that's how I feel like he's a tough dude, but damn, maybe he's just misunderstood. So this could be something cool. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized, like, no.
I thought a little still inside of me wants to I don't think I'm trying to figure it out.
If y'all did that, you'll start to resent him if he's not in a place of, and because you could feel that.
Okay, all right. So y'all missed it. All right. I'm sorry y'all missed it. I thought that y'all would still be able to hear it because y'all usually can. I'm not replaying all of that. I'm gonna just go ahead and break it down. So Keisha Cole is basically saying she saw him going through what he was going through in life, felt bad for him, and decided that she wanted to be empathic and help him. And so she gets his initials tattooed on her. And then he very much said to her that he didn't want to be with her. He said, I might have liked you a little bit at first, but now I don't anymore. And so they're sitting here online saying that he was just being insensitive when he said, you're not a pimp. You ain't a pimp if you haven't hit an R&B diva. And then he was like, so what, you want me to change the caption? Because apparently he doesn't understand how fucked up it is for him to refer to himself as a pimp and her as a hoe as it pertains to their relationship. If you're talking about yourself like a pimp, then you're referring to this woman as a hoe. And that's what y'all don't realize. Why do you want to be a pimp? Why do y'all still glorify selling women because you can't make your own money? Why? Because that's what pimps do. Pimps sell women because they can't make their own money. And usually whenever I saw pimps, it was men that could not find another way to get money. So they would use being charismatic. They would use the women who were in love with them, and they would trick those women off to the men around them to make money off of those women. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing to promote. That's not a good thing to act as if it's a, it's a great thing or that's sexy for a man to be a pimp. No, it's not. It's not. It's unsafe. We live in a world where women are being trafficked, and you think it's cute to promote the idea that it's cool for a man to be a pimp? Keyshia, you are 40 years old. He is 33, and you are still on this live giggling and smiling about the way this man played you dust on the internet, and y'all are just calling it insensitive instead of calling him the disrespectful cunt booger than he is. Okay, you're a cunt booger. Okay, you're a cunt booger. You're something that slides out of my vagina that I just go ahead and wipe on a napkin and throw in the toilet to flush. Okay, you're the cause of me throwing away a pair of underwear. You know what I'm saying? You're something I wipe away. Okay. You're something I might douche to get rid of. All right. But ultimately, for you to be so disrespectful, and for, as a woman, for Keyshia to be out here at 40 years old looking for little niggas to save, Keyshia, please go to therapy. Keyshia, please go to therapy. How are you 40 years old trying to find a fucked up nigga to help? Girl, what? Help yourself. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on with y'all in y'all minds these days. I don't understand. I don't understand. All that fucking money and access ain't doing nothing to make your life better. Sitting up there running behind a 33-year-old disrespectful ass nigga that can't even be honest, can't even communicate, can't even realize that him referring to pimping you is offensive. Oh my God, y'all gotta do better. 40 years old because he has money. Girl, what's the point of being Keisha Cole? What's the point of being Keisha Cole if you're gonna receive disrespect from an ignorant nigga because he got money? Looking all old and shit. If I'm gonna be out here with some disrespectful young dick, it need to look young. Okay, anyway, let's move on to Sha'Carri. Because y'all think money mean everything. And child, the way I have found peace means a lot. Y'all can have a lot of this toxic shit wrapped in rich. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's rich, but I'm going to kill myself because it's toxic and I'm unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all act like that's not real. It is. It is. You can have all the money in the world and still want to cry every day. You can have all the money in the world. You can be as comfortable in life as possible and hate your motherfucking life. So because I don't hate my life, there is no amount of money that makes me feel like I need to be doing shit out of character because the nigga got money. So I'm not going to deal with no disrespectful, retarded ass nigga like Antonio Brown just because he can drill his dick real strong and he got money. Girl, no. Anyway, Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri is sharing something personal with us. Okay. She said, I was in a relationship with a Jamaican athlete that never cared about me from jump. I was abused and stole from. yet protected her from the judgment of her country and family while they dragged me, meaning that you kept it a secret that she was gay because in Jamaica you can't be gay while the girl was abusing you. She said, I had to deal with homophobic and so much more that I'm still healing from. I don't understand how someone can just walk out of your life and not care about you anymore. Girl, it's very easy and you need to learn how to do it too. Protect yourself because I was in love with a whole act. Ooh, that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. Let's talk about it. Because y'all know I have a specific understanding of the lesbianism and all of that. And this is when I tell y'all that if you don't have the right mentality, it doesn't matter who you're dating, because you went and found you a lesbian that felt the need to showcase her masculinity by showing you all of the toxic traits she's learned from the Jamaican men she grew up around. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter that she's a woman. If her mentality is fucked up, and I believe Sha'Carri's mentality is fucked up as well, which I don't think is 100% her fault. You know what I'm saying? Just because you become famous from being talented in track doesn't mean that you still didn't have fucked up people around you. You know, your mama, your daddy, your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, whoever the fuck that's around you that teaches you that ignorant life is the best. Toxic life is the best, you know, whatever. I see Sha'Carri wanting more for herself, but I also feel like Sha'Carri is one of those people that probably is going to end up with somebody misusing her, no matter if it's a man or a woman, because her mentality is fucked up. So she needs to see a little bit better so she can choose better. But don't be trying to out people just because, you know, they didn't left you. Because that's what it feels like. Either way, I still don't understand how y'all don't know that whoever this child is that she gay, because that little girl look gay. I don't know who her parents are, but if they don't think she gay, they lie. They lied. Poor little Sha'Carri. But I thought that was funny because I saw Erica De Niro talking about that earlier, about how, you know, a lot of lesbian, you know, or stud women, you know, masculine gay women, studs, and that's why I never was here for, as a woman that dated other women. Like, I've actually had to check my friend because I was like, why are you still doing this? Like, when we were younger, we were obviously trying to fit into the roles that we understood that were set out for us by heterosexual relationships. But the older we've gotten, the more we've realized that, no, we don't need to do that. No, I'm not talking about Johnny Depp. I haven't been talking about Johnny Depp because I still don't know what the fuck is going on with that situation. So no, I'm not talking about that. And I love me some Johnny Depp. But yeah, I just kind of feel like, you really have to care more about what you're looking for in a person. And being with somebody that hides you is not the lick. I've been there before. It never feels good. So to all my gay girls out there, don't ever be in a relationship with another girl that is going to hide you. Do us all a favor. I remember what that felt like. It was not fun. Now, eventually she came out the closet, but when I tell you it did not make me feel good that she hid me from her little, you know, her little friends. Hid me from her little friends. I was just like, oh, okay. Hide me from your little friends. And then got mad when I moved on. Whatever. She wasn't mad that long, but she was upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be with me no more. Well, bitch, you never really wanted to be with me. But anyway, child, conversations for other times. What do y'all, I see y'all keep talking about Super in my comments. Did Super sent buy a man a house to be fake? I don't know. Where did y'all see that? I don't know. I'm not in that lady life like that. So I don't know what she buying gifts for her old man for, but y'all always be all in that lady relationship business. And I really don't care like that. Yeah, Sha'Carri's mentality is messed up. And most importantly, still young. She's learning and will learn. Hopefully. So social media blames Keke Wyatt, who's expecting her 11th child, and Nick Cannon, who's expecting his 8th, for the baby formula shortage. I hate y'all. Nick Cannon might be personally responsible for the country's baby formula shortage. Keke Wyatt, the reason why it's a formula shortage. Waiting for someone to uncover that Nick Cannon is behind the formula shortage like it's a Scooby-Doo mystery. Folks is blaming Nick Cannon and Keke Wyatt for the baby formula shortage. You motherfuckers right there to you motherfucking right to blame right there to blame. Shit, I'm all for repopulating the black community, but damn, can y'all niggas slow down? Niggas say there's an infamous shortage because of Nick Cannon. Y'all so stupid. Why they post Keke Wyatt and Nick Cannon side by side and say they're the reason Oh no, not the yeah, I ate that. When Trina I went all the way the other way. They said Kiki White and Nick Cannon. Child, where are the jokes though? How many times we gonna say it? But the fact that they got so many people saying that shit, like, whoa. I mean, y'all know it's just jokes. Them people ain't responsible because I bet you any money them people ain't using no goddamn formula. But Nick Cannon, I feel like you might be the one though. I ain't gonna lie. Kiki feel like she be breastfeeding all them children. But see, Nick Cannon, it feel like you having way too many babies around here. So them babies are absolutely probably on formula, and you just out here with all your money buying just big ass boxes of formula and Infamil and sending them on to the baby mama house. Okay. Like just having a big ass 18-wheeler truck back up to the door and pull in the Infamil and have them put it on the counter for, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about he went to get a vasectomy consultation. Nigga, call me when you did it. No, I did not see the Chloe and Tristan clip on Hollywood Unlocked because I don't care about Chloe and Tristan. Like, I'm so tired of them. I don't give a shit about how often they break up and make up. She got 11, he got 8. Yup, that's what they say. That's what they say. Nigga said Amazon on standby. She brought him land. That's what I talked to. I mean, somebody commented she bought Super bought her old man land for an anniversary gift. I saw that. I was like, that's what rich people do. What else is going on? Like, I don't know. And then I see y'all in the comments talking about, you know, she might have done that to keep him faithful. That sounds stupid. That sounds impossible. That sounds stupid. That don't even sound like something somebody as smart as Super would actually say. Like, how the fuck I'm going to make a man faithful with a house when I already had a man who was unfaithful and I gave him a house too? Well, you know, he was in her house. She didn't give him no land or nothing like that. But still, like, nigga was providing for that nigga and he was still cheating on her. So why would she think that that was a possibility now? Y'all just be making shit up. At the end of the day, if Super bought her a nigga some land, that's amazing. That's great for Super. Super's rich. Super should continue to do whatever she feels like doing with her money. Okay? The other girl brought her man some land. Oh yeah, girl, I remember that. And I felt like my only issue with that was, did you get that for yourself first? That was my thing. I already Super can buy land for somebody else because Super is set. Super has her land. You know what I'm saying? My thing was, are you buying something for a man that you haven't even bought for yourself? And that's what it seemed like had happened with old girl, is that she brought him all of that land and she may not have bought herself that land. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. And also, you know, Super grown as fuck. And I believe that other girl was like still in her 20s. So I feel like the mindset of doing something, you know, to keep a man at 20 something might be different than a 40-year-old woman, like just feeling like, you know, I got money. Why I can't buy this nigga land for a gift if, you know, for an anniversary? The 2-month anniversary. Girl, she got money. Like, that's what people do. Ari dumb behind Moneybag Yo. Yeah, it was Ari and Moneybag Yo. And that's what I was wondering, because I was like, girl, did you do that for yourself? And it seemed like she didn't do it for herself first. She bought him land before she bought herself land. And the way men, you know, take advantage of women, and the way, you know, I wasn't a fan. But when I see Super, I see somebody that has, first of all, yes, is older and has a lot of money. And if she feel like giving a nigga land, I feel like her doing it seems less stupid to me. I don't know why, y'all. I could be wrong. I mean, a lot of men probably will come around Super and see her as, you know, an opportunity, just like they do Candy and the rest of the women with money. But that don't mean that she's not finding somebody that actually loves her and cares for her. Listen, and probably gonna use it as a tax write-off. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Exactly. I mean, but the fact of the matter is, whether Super is being used by these niggas or not, it's not her fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just going, because you can't go through your life being scared that you're going to be used. You need to just live your life and, you know, let that be that. And if people show you that they can't be trusted, then remove them. But, you know, girl, what? BMF star Lil Meech arrested for allegedly stealing $250 Richard Mille watch. So he defaulted on agreement to make payments. Okay. Well, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. He couldn't pay his bill. What else is going on? Okay, hold on. Here it is.
Somebody else there take in Instagram story and say that their baby daddy was hosting it. When things like that happen, why do you decide to even draw attention?
Because bitches want attention. You know how person just keep poking you. So it's like, what's up, bitch? Yeah, I see you. Relax. You ain't nothing to address. So it's like, I see you. Relax.
Why even latch on?
Cause bitches ain't no like
don't play with me.
Like nobody, we ain't like she ain't nobody to play with. So if she wanna say something, she can say something. It's like the bitch gonna be forgotten tomorrow. She gonna still be on my
It just be like after a while, it's like, girl, okay, relax. You just doing too much. So.
And then when people start to make music. And you say, I need my 20%.
Well, I don't know what y'all want me to do, love. I know there's probably an echo. I don't know what y'all want me to do. When I turned it off, y'all couldn't hear. So I don't know what y'all want me to do. Okay. But yeah, y'all heard when Young Miami had to say I'm on white, you know what I'm saying? She was just like, whatever, she had done that one, no. And here's my thing. I feel like she did not have to address her. She did not have to bring attention to her. But I do understand how it's annoying when somebody keep picking at you. Like, I get that. I get that sometimes you like, damn, bitch, you want attention? I'm about to give it to you then. What's up? What's up? Like, I get that. But I also feel like it should never be over no motherfucking Diddy. And I stand behind that. I stand behind that. You should never be online going back and forth with no woman over Sean. Okay? Over Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs. Okay? But girl, anyway, I'm done. It's 2 hours on this bitch. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all so much to everybody that came through for all the birthday wishes, the super chats, cash apps. Thank y'all so much. I'm about to go and, live my life, girl. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.